it's gonna happen again. What fail-safe have you got in place that somebody else doesn't do this?
They are.
That's what he did,
I
that's what I'm saying.
paying him right there.
You what? You what?
The blue objective.
To him paying us right there. This is what he said, quote unquote. He said, if you don't pay me that amount of money, I'll reduce it another $1,000 and I'll never cut any of your grass.
Fine.
Oh, wait, now let me finish. He also said that I have several bids here that would have cost us $16,000.
If we chose to do that, Jimmy.
Yeah, if we chose.
Because we can't even get a grill other than one that fits on the back of the patio up there.
Yeah.
Okay?
You have to wait in line to get a burger at a fly-in.
No,
Because
Jimmy,
we
no,
got a
come on.
patio grill that everybody was.
That guy's the one mowing our grass. He's doing the club a favor by threatening us.
Let him take us to court. But y'all had no right to release those funds without taking a vote. There is no right. The job's not even done by Dale's. He ain't even ground the stumps. So why the rush to pay this guy that didn't have a written contract, no type of agreement other than with Dale, but y'all went ahead and paid him without bringing it to the board members? That's what I have a problem. I don't blame Dale.
I understand your point. I wanna speak for a second.
Sure.
Dale. Yes, sir. Did you have a verbal agreement with this gentleman? What do you call it, Robert? What little, did you meet him on there was a verbal agreement?
Let me explain.
It's a misunderstanding.
Let me answer you the best I can. Let me answer you the best I can. With what limited knowledge I have in a one-course business law back in night school 25, 30 years ago. He's using the term a meeting of the mind. That is essentially the definition of a contract. In that case, no, because we did not discuss price, etc. I did not actually tell him I'd like to get started and get on as quick as you can.
There you go.
But I probably, and I'm using the word probably here, I probably did say, we're gonna get this, we can get this done, hope we can get it done real soon or something like that, and I can see how he probably took it that way.
Right.
But.
A contractor wouldn't take it that way.
Dale finish.
Okay, and so, did we have offer and acceptance? No.
Okay, now let me speak my mind.
Yes.
I'm in the contract business, that's all I do.
Yeah, fuck us up.
In the state of Texas, a verbal contract is legal.
Oh, yeah.
But money has to be understood, and the job, the scope has to be understood. Did you have a scope and price understood?
I only discussed that we were gonna take out those trees that had the.
Did you have a time set to get it done, yes or no?
No, I did not.
So you didn't have a verbal contract or a written?
That's what he just said.
So in my mind, this gentleman took it beyond himself to cut these trees. But the.
Very good, very good, very good. That's what we're saying.
Due to relationships, the county, our precious flying field, it was taken, and we as members, both Dale and Mr. Hunt and Randy Ian, and they are our leadership. And at their meeting, they made an executive decision to settle up. We might not like it, but as there's things in this country we don't like either.
They don't have the power.
Please, give me the floor, I'll listen to you for 15.
That's fine, but they don't have the power to do that.
All right, that's right. Now, you have the power to leave.
That power to what?
You got the power to walk out, and I do too.
To walk out.
That's
Don't
right,
go.
because I gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna take my leadership on this, and if that's what they want, that's what they want.
Oh, you got opinions like assholes. Everybody's got one,
That's
guy.
right. And if you don't like it,
But you originally would, bro.
Yeah, take it easy,
if you
bro.
don't like it.
Yeah.
Lower it down a little bit, man. Yeah.
Give us our money back then.
I'm a member just like everyone else.
That's right.
But what I'm saying is,
You think we have enough money to go to court on this?
yeah, you can go to
Oh,
small claims
shit.
court, at least get part of it back. It costs $65, $68, we can at least get
What do
$5,000
you
of
think
it back.
it'll do to the club?
What did you get already?
I'm not here to what ifs. My problem is they didn't have the authorization, none of them had the authorization to spend that kind of money without the members' approval.
Okay,
Bottom
I'm
line.
gonna ask you another.
They had
I'm gonna ask you
ample
another
hang
question.
on, they had ample opportunity
I agree
to
with
bring
you.
that to all the board members
I
sitting
agree
here.
with you.
There's no rush, there's no life and death
That's
deal.
second mistake. Third mistake, they didn't have the authorization to do it.
I hear everything
So what's your
you're saying.
complaint then, man?
I'm gonna tell you what my complaint is peace.
Who? Oh,
Now,
shit.
Dale, you wanna be back in the club?
I've never left the club.
We ain't discussing whether he's,
Oh, please. We want you as a member of the club. There's chaos here.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to be. Nobody has done
There's
more,
chaos here.
nobody has
Instead
done
of-
more in recent years to help and
Dale,
advance
we
the
know what
club
you've
than
done.
me.
We know what you've done.
We want you back as president, Dale, is what we're saying, man.
Hold on a second, Robert. We want the chaos to stop. What reasonable solution with level minds can we come to make everyone happy? Is it a lawsuit or is it you meet in the middle of the road? Dale, do you have a suggestion? Because you're at the center of this.
Me personally, it's one of those, like I said, I grieve, you don't know how bad this grieved me. I felt
But grief
very-
doesn't heal us.
Exactly. But the honorable thing to do was, he thought he had permission to do it. He did the work, and he presented us with the bill. And that was the attitude that the other gentleman took, and they felt compelled to go ahead and pay the bill and take care of business.
But I see this gentleman being right.
They're legally, there's right, and then there's moral equivalency that.
My only, like I said before, I have no problem with Dale. Dale made a mistake. That could happen. But since the other board members didn't follow protocol, that's why we're in the position we are right now. Dale made a mistake. And that mistake could have been brought to all the board members and did a vote, and it had either been forgiven or not. That's the board member's position.
I'm fine with that, I
But,
understand.
but since that wasn't, that opportunity was not given to us, and y'all made an executive decision to go ahead and pay this guy, that there's no rush for paying him. He's not even finished with the job. There's no rush to do that. That's what I have a problem with, that y'all didn't respect the members here enough to bring it to our attention to make a call on that.
Notify us.
You're upset
Notify
that
us.
we paid the bill. But at the time, like Dale said, the work was done. We've had the guy do umpteen amount of work for us in the past, mowing. We wanted to keep him as a member of the club, keep him mowing for us.
Okay.
And at the time, the decision that was made was the best decision.
But it's
we
not
could
your
come
money. You don't get the opportunity
If you want-
to spend your money. I mean, all the group's money as you see fit. That's why you get 3 bids. That's why you have a written contract. That's why you have a scope of work. That's why you have all these things that are just common practice. I'm not talking about things that are just way out there.
Well, Dale
But
was
that's
in
common practice with an organization that you have 3 bids.
Yep.
And in no time did we receive a written quote via Dale or David.
Exactly. Then why didn't y'all bring that to us before y'all issued funds?
Because we understood that 4 or 5 big trees were gonna be cut. It should be a matter of some.
Like they
normal
share
amount
some of the
cutting
blame.
tree.
Like y'all share.
I mean, Dale made a mistake, but I think the majority of the fault falls with the rest of the board members. Whoever signed and authorized that payment, that's who I have a problem
That's
with.
your
All right,
right.
if I may speak.
That's fine.
This
You're right.
whole thing
It
breaks
ain't
my
just
heart.
Dale.
This whole thing breaks my heart to hear all this stuff, and we have hammered the points to death. And when it appears that, yeah, there's enough screwing up to go around for everybody. But the facts of the matter is, that part's done, we just gonna have to cope with consequences, if you wanna call it that. And such, so.
What about the
it-
motion that I made?
Yeah,
Carl,
Bill's
Carl's been
there.
waiting to speak for a
Oh, what's up, Bill?
Bill.
Yeah, I don't wanna yell, I don't wanna yell and scream with anyone or any of that. I wrote down one question before I ever came tonight. And we kind of danced around it, so I'd like clear, precise answers to this. It might help with misunderstanding as well. So, the scope of work that the gentleman was supposed to do is the money that, I want clearly what the scope of work was, is the money that was spent total payment, or when he goes out and grinds the stumps, is he gonna charge us more? And when is the work gonna be completed, and then is the land supposed to be leveled out and grassed in, or seeded, or what is the real scope of work that's supposed to be done?
The
For
scope-
the board, you guys at the board met with the gentleman, Clack, and so I hope that while you guys were talking to him, there was a clear scope of work and when it will be done and what's gonna be done.
I personally never met with Clack, okay? I don't know if any of the other board members did. Obviously Dale was in discussion with him.
Other than at the meeting, he
Other
presented
than at that
the
meeting.
money.
Before that meeting, there was no
Yeah.
meeting
But
to
at that
discuss
meeting,
the
you did.
details.
Yeah.
I understood that 4 to 5 trees would be cut down, okay? And when other board members, even other members asked me about how much should that cost, I said, off the top of my head, between $1,500 and $25, they're just big pines. That's what I assumed. When I was given the call that we need to meet because the bill is this, I said, how could that be possible? Well, it's possible because ultimately there was 41 trees cut down. So the scope of work that was originally verbally discussed was much smaller. And the scope of work that was performed due to just miscommunication, that's all. No nefarious plans or anything. That scope of work was reasonable with the bill. To cut down 40+ trees and to move them as per the county act. We can't cut it up, log it, and take it off of county property without special permission from the county, because it's on park property. Like Dale said, they asked that it be cut up and put back in the woods neatly, and that's what was done. At the meeting, David said he'd like to finish a couple more trees that he didn't get time to do or whatever, and he'd like to grind the stumps. That's gonna be no charge. Now, he didn't put a time frame on that.
You'll
He
never
said he
see
would
it.
do
You got it right?
Never see
Gonna
it.
level the ground
Never
out
see
and
it.
seed it?
So there was no talk about
You got it
seeding,
right?
grading,
Here, here,
or
cut the
any of
grass.
that. It was just to get the stumps down.
Okay, and then my other point that I raised my hand and I've waited a long
Yeah.
time. My memory is not perfect, I'm getting older, I got gray hair, but my memory is that as we've talked about the trees over the last couple of years, I thought the club's direction was to wait for the county to cut them down when the county had time and the county had equipment out there and all that. So I don't remember a time when we had any club member meeting, and I look back at the minutes I could get my hands on, I don't see where we ever said we were gonna pay for cutting them down, it was gonna be the county to cut down about 5 trees or so. Is my memory in line with the rest of the club?
Honestly, I don't know if that's in the minutes. I came on board,
I didn't find it.
you know.
If I may
before all this
speak to that
happened.
just a little bit.
If you think I wanna be up here,
No,
you're kidding yourself.
No, I
If you
don't.
think I wanna be anywhere near any of this, this is exactly like why I never wanted to be on executive council.
Right.
Because this is the stuff that you deal with. And we had to make a decision, and we did.
I agree.
So,
But to
that's
answer your
where we're at.
question, in years past, there was a question as to whether or not permission had been given 3 or 4 years ago to remove some trees. It was never defined if we would do it. We discussed the prospect of us handling it, or the county said, you know, if we get around to do it, we'd like to do it for you, that kind of stuff. When he gave me permission and said, yeah, go ahead and take them out, he asked, do you want the county to do it, or do you want, y'all gonna do it? I said, we're prepared to do it if you'll let us. And he said, well, God knows when we'd ever get around to it. And so I was, in my enthusiasm, wanted to strike while the iron is hot, and that's when somehow or other the conversations between myself and David Black occurred, where I said, hey, this is gonna happen, Dan, you know, this kind of stuff. I even said, we're looking at, I will see what we can do about getting Robert and a couple of guys with some chainsaws. We're gonna start working on that small stuff. I was trying to work it out to where it's gonna be a work party and get this thing done. He managed to get out there with his equipment and did it all by himself.
Let me say back what I think I heard you say, is that included in the cost that you've already paid him, he's gonna go and grind all those stumps,
He offered to do
and
that.
then be done, and then he's done.
Yes.
But not any additional funds.
Nothing right.
Thank
I
you.
got a question for Dale.
Thank you.
Come on, this has got to be out there, okay? Now, given the opportunity, Dale, to get back in that seat, would you do it?
Would I go back and do it again?
I'm talking about the presidency.
Oh, would I take it back? If the club asked and would basically elect me again, that would unbelievable, I would, yes, I'd be willing to serve if y'all wanted me to, but I felt it inappropriate not to resign, given the circumstances. And if anybody has serious objection, I will remain out.
Didn't hear you, Jimmy.
I make a motion
Robert,
to vote.
Robert, if I can add to that.
Okay?
In the bylaws, we have the situation we have now. And there are a couple of options by the bylaws which include absorb the vacancy for some amount of time. There's also to announce and hold a special election to fill the vacancy. And one of the things we're gonna do in the meeting tonight was to say, listen, we're trying to get everything squared away. Why don't we have a special election at the December meeting? And if between now and November, anybody that would like to fill that vacancy or be nominated or discuss it, and then, have time to think about it, even if it is Dale, if it's somebody, whatever, that at the December meeting, we would like to fill that position. Because honestly, I didn't ask to be in this seat myself.
Step out.
What is the significance of December? Why not tonight? Why not tonight?
It's not the way the bylaws read.
I think it needs to start.
I mean, it was just arbitrarily picked, that it seemed like a good time, 1 month to think about it. If Dale didn't wanna do it, maybe someone else would wanna step forward if we had some time between meetings to ask them to go and, canvass the club.
What word was it?
To move the individuals that
I
might wanna
just
do that.
hate to think that I have violated your trust in some
But
capacity, I'm sure I did.
it's not gonna happen again.
That hurts me.
That's an option. Then it's been concerned.
If he has to resign.
With
the
Phil
other-
saying they have
If he has to
him-
resign, the other one should too.
Yeah, what Phil safety got in place, so it can't.
Well, as far as the bylaws and such are concerned, when I tendered my resignation, verbally said I resigned, then think the wheels could move, that they could make decisions and whatnot, and they did. And so there we are. The bylaws, strangely enough, though, and it does kind of make it sound like it needs to be done at the next meeting. If I read that right.
Well,
But that's, that I think is, what he's offered, I think is totally appropriate.
for a special election.
Yeah.
we worked with a gun rig that had
Who
$2
was there
million
when they pulled the
in
money?
spread.
We don't know yet. Do you?
Day man, got fuel the daytime, the diesel. It ran out of fuel. We were down 24 hours, $2 million. Plus, someone who got stuck. His boss called me and said, do you want me to run that guy off? I said, no, he'll never do it again. He's gonna make damn sure nobody else does it.
Right.
I don't think waiting to December is worth it, because all I'm hearing, and usually I keep my mouth shut. I don't go to that hobby shop anymore, because it's all I hear, gossip, 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 and embezzle money.
I can't imagine who came up with that, that we're gonna have, Texas Rangers investigating me and all kinds
And I'll
of
tell
stuff.
you what, when it looks like it, people don't talk.
Yes.
So, just so we square it up, was Dale acted solely, Dale, I'm not asking you, I'm talking to board members sitting, did all of y'all agree to giving the money? Were y'all there when the money was withdrawn from the bank savings account? Or was it just Dale acting solely by himself?
At the executive meeting.
When y'all presented the funds to this client guy?
Yes, Dale was present.
Y'all didn't go to the bank, y'all knew nothing, y'all just, Shoemaker, you didn't know anything. You didn't sign on the check, you didn't validate.
We wrote.
The bank just said, here's $10,000, $8,000, whatever.
At the meeting,
Have a nice day.
after the whole discussion of exactly what happened,
So
Don't you
y'all
think there ought to be
are-
a fail-safe in place? I mean, the rules got thrown out the window, but shouldn't there be a fail-safe to where that somebody got drunk or whatever and went down and just cleaned their account out and walked on down the street?
Are we gonna entertain David's motion? We gonna entertain
I mean,
There's two signatures required on the
that's what we thought. That's what do you know the names? That's what I'm trying to find out. Did Dale act on his own?
The treasurer and somebody else.
The
Did you
gentleman
sign on
here
the check?
made a valid point, that at some point, those you have elected and put in position of trust had to make a decision, and they did. And what it boils down to is we'll just have to live with that.
But who was
Because it was, in my opinion, although I couldn't do anything about it, because number one, I'm not on the signature card, number two, I had officially resigned.
What are we gonna do with the money anyway?
But, the point I'm making is that, decision was made, we need to go from there. And like I said, it ain't gonna happen again, I guarantee you.
Who made the decision? Who made the decision?
We still don't know whose signature.
Who paid it?
Okay, that's what, we're getting to it. Now that's what I wanted to know. It wasn't Dale by himself.
We wanna just tar and feather somebody or what?
I mean, they threw Dale out, why not them?
Well, look, there's a good idea. Let's fire, everybody leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, because really, if we can't,
I mean, they're all making what? David, you probably made what, 100 grand last year doing
Oh,
this?
it's 140.
I mean, more. I mean, these are volunteer positions, gentlemen. I wouldn't want to do any part of it, so congratulations
Just
to
move
those
forward,
of
we
you.
should learn from this and move forward, and everybody remain their seats on closing. Everybody should remain their seats, let's move forward, and then we'll have to get, and then the next election, we'll take new members. Does that make sense? I mean, I feel like we should move from here tonight, clarified mind, that Dale should reinstate his status as a president.
I make that motion.
I'm gonna second that motion,
Nobody said, okay, so.
but, there you are. So we're gonna vote tonight.
So, may I have the floor? I have the copy of the bylaws right here. It says official copy, and it says that we can nominate whoever we wish to that are members.
Okay?
Good standing members. Could be one person, could be a dozen people, I don't know. That, then the next meeting where there is a quorum is when we vote. And between this meeting and next meeting, that notification shall be made via newsletter, email, or special mailing, that these people are on the list to be voted on at the next meeting.
Yeah, you have to make an official announcement in the newsletter.
Well, see, that's the way it's gotta be.
That's for the bylaws.
A lot of people aren't here.
I'm more than
Yeah,
happy.
you have to
Gotta
sit
be
down.
a member of vote.
We have a quorum, that's all that.
That's the way it
Let me ask a simple question. Dale, what do you want to do?
Legal and all.
That's good.
What would I want to do, the president?
What do you, let him talk for himself. What do you want to see?
I am really, really torn.
Well, you
Reason
need to-
being,
I think you're torn. I don't think we need to do this tonight. I
Let
think we
me,
need to take
I
a vote.
totally agree with that. I mean, that I thoroughly enjoyed holding the office and doing my bit to make this club work. I've had lots of nice
I don't need
comments.
to hear all of that.
I wanna
All I
put-
need to know is, if you're torn, you need to think it over and come back next time and tell us what you want to do. And let's go on with some other business. Ahead.
It's in the bylaws, if you have an office vacancy, you have to make announcements who
Exactly.
is up.
So the rest of the members can show up.
I said a while ago,
So I'm
Yeah.
happy to hold a special election at the very next meeting. And if the membership would like him to be president again, I'm more than happy.
But you,
That would
but can
happen.
y'all take nominations for president? Other than just Dale? I nominate Robert as president.
Yes. Yeah.
Paul, you get this? Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Why not? Now, any other nomination between now and the next meeting can be put in the newsletter.
Why can't we go tonight? That's why I
I
can't.
know what the bylaws say.
It's just the rules. The reason being that you gotta send out notifications so the other members, they have a chance to come to the meeting. They didn't have to come tonight, but if they don't come at the announcement where you're gonna vote on it, that's their problem. But they haven't received any notification, so that's just standard.
This could be misconstrued as a secret.
Exactly.
A secret meeting.
If that was to happen.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's get everybody time to calm down.
This club is.
You do it the next meeting.
It's a great club.
I mean, that's,
I think we can be a great.
I second that motion, if you need a second.
I just wanna fly.
Yeah.
The
I
other
just
thing, if
want
I
fun.
can clarify, is I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, during this month period, other people can be nominated that weren't nominated tonight.
That's
So
correct.
that when we show up, or when this mailing is sent out, and next month, there could be 5 or 6.
That's correct.
So for example, I think you and Dale did a great job as president and vice president. You know, you wanna help people fly and all that stuff. But if I understand right, the position that we're voting for next month is president, is that correct?
That gives Dale time,
And
but
then
I
you-
get someone to make an official motion that we hold a special election at the next meeting to fill the vacancy of president.
I'll make the motion.
And a second.
One question, are you gonna try to stay in as president?
No, I'm only acting president.
I know, but would you entertain the idea of being president and then the vote would be for vice president?
No, I haven't thought about it. I mean.
But you'll think about
48 hours to
that,
think
you'll,
about it. I
open
might
office
talk
as
to
president.
Dale.
you'll think about that before the election, correct?
Yeah, and if
You
I
open
want
office-
to bring in, it'll be in the.
You opened office as president, and I believe the bylaws state that you could hold 2 offices.
Correct.
A person could hold 2 offices. So
Yes.
technically, Mark can be president and vice president, or vice president and treasurer. But, you know, it's better to have 2. To have, you know, a specific person for each office.
But I just wanna make sure that if he was gonna run for the presidency, then the other nominees or whatever, depending on who voted, could fall into the vice president.
And it doesn't work like that, because the election is for the vacancy of the president. The vice presidency
Okay,
is not
but
vacant.
if you wanna go by rules, then once the president is elected, then, Mark is out.
No, Mark is vice
Correct,
president.
yeah, check the bylaws.
He will
I mean,
always-
check the, Robert's Rule of Law, because he's now acting as president.
Interim. Does he need to step back down to be vice president?
Not necessarily, he should be out.
Dale has never.
Then
No,
that's
no,
the
no,
reason
that's
for
not
he
the way it
voted. But that's if he served to the full term on the president.
That's not how our bylaws are stated.
But it depends whether you go by bylaws or what the Robert's Rule of Law.
Our bylaws.
Dale has never submitted a written resignation.
Oh, you did that? Sir? You never submitted a written resignation letter? No. I think that's, you're not even, he's still the president. I mean.
There's no paper trail on
It's
this.
so
one,
open-ended,
man.
everything's open-ended,
Why
man.
would-
Everything's open-ended. Open-ended, man, open-ended.
We got rules, you did not follow.
No, you don't, the rules don't say you have to have a written resignation.
Yeah, I hear you.
Verbally, and people that were at the executive board meeting accepted.
Yeah.
I still want to know who the other person was that signed the check.
Even if it were
It was just Randy.
legal, I don't feel like I can
Go.
consent my resignation.
He didn't say it.
Yeah, he finally told us, well, yeah, you pressed into Shoemaker.
Shoemaker, but who's the other guy?
Hey, somebody come put a roof on my house, and I just told him I'd like to have a new one, and then he come back and want me to pay him, I said, hey, tough shit, man. You ain't gonna be in business long, bro.
Yep.
Wow. I understand the drama
Circle
end of it all.
jerk, man, what this is.
Almost a fist fight, shit.
Put the damn thing.
It's alright. I got all recorded.
Then you wonder why.
Hey, John.
That was talking money.
Merchandise sales, we
We
had
got good.
$49, and our payments were $10,381. Of course, for tree removal, a lot of mowing, the signs that I have behind me here, we'll be putting up in the shelter, stickers, you all saw the stickers, the cups, the raffle, and event prizes, the event food, the donation for Meals on Wheels that we had agreed that we were going to do with the pilot landing fee tonight, and petty cash. So I transferred in $9,000 in savings, and we have an ending balance now of $5,372 in checking. And I have to keep it above $5,000, so we have free check. If it drops below that, $15 amount. So in savings, we had a beginning balance of $17,034, and after that transfer to checking, we had $8,034.84 in savings. So we now have an ending total of $13,407, and Jimmy, the net change since July 31st was $9,890.
We're on the budget still?
Yes.
Okay, so in the July sixth, 2016 meeting, I was assigned to a budget committee.
Yep.
I'd like to formally resign from that budget committee since we didn't follow our budget. I don't want to have anything to do with the budget committee, although I'll.
Yeah, you don't need to be investigated.
Okay.
Good, just good, I would too.
Good job, Bill.
It's fine and
I don't
best.
blame you, Bill.
Good.
Fly, Bill.
Thank you
Don't
for your
blame you.
service.
Thank you.
All right, we, move on to safety report. I guess, I could mention that I picked up the signs today that were suggested to be put in the pit area, around the pit area, just to make everyone aware that you shouldn't be running an engine, whether it's blow or electric, behind the pilot fence, anywhere in that pit area. It's just, obviously, it's not safe. I would also like to suggest, guys that are flying electric, that if you have the ability to program a kill switch on your transmitter, to do that too. So that when you plug or arm the battery in the airplane, you still have a software safety, if you will. Then you can carry the plane a little safer and to the edge of the runway or whatever, and then you can arm it, and then your throttle will be active. So we'll get these put up as soon as we can. They're just aluminum signs. Yes. I couldn't get up there last week, but I got up there today. So, we also, I wanna just mention too that, if the runway is real thick and heavy, it's difficult to take off, maybe we need to address that long term. Because we have an occasion where we are maybe launching airplanes from behind the fence.
Huh?
That's, I did it, man, I'm the guy.
What? Hey,
I'm sorry.
Don't admit to nothing.
don't admit,
Don't admit
hey,
nothing.
hey, your dog died and you were distraught. Don't worry about it.
But the bottom line.
You wasn't right in your mind,
It's
okay?
right, and you brought it up from the beginning, it's so damn thick, you can't do it.
Yeah.
So we need
What
to
What an
address
idiot.
that. We talked about it, and we ended up launching the plane over at the left far end of the fence.
Yeah.
The grass is a little thinner right there, and without the big trees on that corner, you were able to just go right there.
What about if you cut back on the fertilizer?
Well,
I don't know.
Why don't you cut back on the whiskey?
Different mower or something, I don't know, something.
healthy beans.
Get some, weed and kill, weed and kill. Weed and kill.
Why don't we all just go home and drink whiskey?
Well, let me say this, and Mark was a great help on that, I didn't understand it, but it was said, I'm gonna do it. He said that you could put some flaps on your phone to make it take off better.
If you have aileron servos that are individual and they're plugged into individual channels, you can program flaps, and I do it on my own airplane. So on
Now these
takeoff,
flaps going up,
no, down. So
They can't even fly an airplane normally. How they gonna take off?
How they gonna manage a budget?
We'll develop a little bit stronger lift at the CG first.
Let that man take the ball for sure.
As soon as you get airborne, you can turn them off or whatever, but,
Shit.
I mean,
Mark would love this.
the bigger problem, of course, is
Who?
the grass
Mark.
itself. You need to address that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we have a little bit of a washboard surface that we're dealing with when we mow it too, so, you know, the airplane goes along and you can see it, especially in wet grass, that it'll go along on a washboard and the crop will catch in those dips. So, even if we cut it lower, we still need to think long-term about how do we get it more level.
Ah.
To get it flatter and more level, we can cut it lower and lower and lower.
Well, let me say this, I was taken off of the pavement over there, and these gentlemen know it. Unfortunately, want coffee, but that's okay. But,
I don't have a problem with that.
but it is, let's be serious about it, it is unsafe.
And, you know, I in no way meant to get on about it, but unfortunately, I'm up here in this seat. So if something was to happen, somebody riding a bicycle down that road, and they came out at the wrong time, and he was taking off, these guys up here, that's who gets it. Okay? Now, I know he would never intend to do anything like that, but it's just something to think about.
Well, the truth of the matter, I was thinking of my fun and not at the club.
You're thinking what?
Of his fun.
But I mean,
Well, I want to have fun, but safety first. Damn,
we're
dude.
on park property, so our level of liability awareness needs to be a
Can
little higher.
they put some sand down? I mean, talk to the landscaper, see what suggestions he has.
Yeah.
You mean Quack? Never get paid.
Oh, excavator or grader out there.
Let's go pull Quack out there. He'll do it. We got.
You need like a little one-way
kill.
strip or something down there, I don't know.
Some weed kill down there, man.
Because, you know, honestly, there's a lot of big birds here, but there's a lot of small electrics that are home.
I mean, been a member of Brookline for years, and they did a geomap runway exactly for that reason. Because they have a lot of guys with small foam jets, three tracks, and that was their solution.
Phone.
So, you know, when they saved the money, they
The
spent about
goddamn
13
phone. Drink
grand,
out the phone cup.
and they graded the base, mix in some lime, get it stabilized, and then they buy the geomat, and they have a big work party, and they lay it down and staple it to the ground. Now, I understand they're working on a new runway now.
That's correct, there's no more geotech.
Yeah, that's been pulled up, and they've been working with the county with
It's something called a viral check or something, some kind of
it's like a low-density concrete or something?
No, it's something they mix in with the dirt, the soil, they have to have the soil mixed up with
Okay.
the grain, soil, and mix, and then we use this liquid that hardens up, it's like a porous.
Okay.
You know, so the porous, the water will flow through, it's environmentally safe, but it's supposed to be hard to
I was interested in talking to them once they got
Fucking
done about the
Dracula.
budget, how long it took.
Fucking Dracula.
You know, what they learned. I understand the county is pitching in part of that because they drove across that.
I never seen that guy fly. He can fuck off.
Bring in, I think, 20 dump trucks of dirt, the dirt is correct, you know, what was put in there under the geotech is correct.
Uh-huh.
So they're bringing in 20 trucks of dirt, and they're gonna do all the grading, you know, all that, mixing the dirt, tilling it, re-leveling,
Goddamn.
rolling, and then the wrap will come down, to provide the product.
Where's my
got a
dip?
filter.
Makes it further recommendations.
That's what I think of their bum water.
Go all sit down.
Now, is the club paying for the material that's
Yes,
mixed in?
they'll pay for the actual material itself, the viral check.
So
Was it
maybe
took to a
long-term,
vote?
You know, if that worked out really well, these guys have the same lease contract with the county that we do, you know, maybe that sets a precedent and we can go long-term and have a written, request, if you will, just like we did with the pit area shelter, and we get into their budget, and maybe that's something that we can do. But it's gonna take some money and some land. So, anyway, if you hear more about it, you're able to report on it next meeting, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, well, I kinda get held up because of the first
Okay, anyway, enough on that.
Yeah, please, thank you.
Old business? I don't know if we have any. I mean, maybe the signs qualify as old business.
Just a refresher that our next upcoming event on the Toys for Tots on November 11th. Saturday.
November 11th. Okay.
November 11th.
Luckily, we will have one more meeting prior to that, but, is there a
Two meetings prior to that.
Yeah, October, sorry. Is is there a committee selected in charge of that, or do we have quote unquote a CD, or?
We do not have any, it's just a item on the calendar.
Okay.
And whoever's the president at the time needs to decide who's gonna be committee meeting, and we had somebody in charge of the food, and somebody in charge of prizes, and somebody in charge of the set and the other thing.
All right.
And that needs to be reconstituted for this event also.
We'll bring your, recipe for a event to the next meeting, and we'll try to see if we can get members to volunteer to tick off each item on that.
Good idea.
It probably would behoove us to get with the Marine Toys for Tots thing, to get some banners and other crap I think they provide or whatnot to do that. Put them in the park and at our field, and then we'll send out an email with just some stuff for Terry to leave at the shop. And not wait till,
Yeah.
1st of November to do that. And if you'd like, I'll do a big hunkin' clod of brisket for the event.
Oh, God.
Bring that,
Okay.
that's easy.
The event is November 11th.
Can't cook.
Alright. I'll see about contacting the Marines. And, you know,
They probably, I'm sure they provide something.
yeah, just see what they'd be willing to provide for, publicity. We usually send out somebody to do ceremonial collection, which is really cool. We did that at Sport Flyers a few years in a row, and get nice pictures with, somebody dressed blue. Okay.
Is this home with
Another thing,
me?
Mark, we did donate money to a charity based on our last flyer, and I think someone needs to notify the county that we did that.
Okay.
If you would do that, just to let them know that we're community-minded, and whatever, that we did make a contribution to.
Did you do any kind of a report on that fun fly and on the newsletter?
No, I have pictures of stuff that I was gonna do, and then the hurricane kinda like ruined everything last week, and I had to go away this weekend and just got back this morning.
If you could email me the pictures, we could, maybe you and I could write a little paragraph about what day and what happened, and then I'll send it.
I've been constipated for 3 days.
Told them how much money we collected and donated, and, we had a good time as a group of guys, and.
The idea was to update the, September issue of Spark, of Crosswinds.
Yeah.
Included in that, and then it would be part of our record, and I think we could do something to send to the county too. Or we just send them a copy of Crosswinds.
So with that, should we consider making a donation to Harvey disaster?
Need a donation for Spark.
Donation.
I said we need a donation for Spark.
GoFundMe.
Any discussion?
We'll build it back up again.
Motions on that? No? Okay.
Yay.
Okay, okay, well, model of the month.
Right.
Oh, good. Asshole of the month.
Okay. Tell us all about it, Paul. I'll tell you all about this.
Does it fly?
Everybody wanna know,
It's a
why are
rubber.
you guys here? Okay, model of the month. No.
Who?
Fly RC, right? Right. Okay. Now, everybody know who the Good Brothers are?
Yeah, me. I do.
Besides barbecue?
I know who they are.
Well, if anybody jump out of the seat, somebody call on it, please.
Yeah, that's one of their first planes that they built, isn't it?
This plane
That's
here,
I forgot what
and
it's
it's
called.
true to color,
That's
is called the RC Guff.
Guff. That's what it is.
This plane was built in, not this one, but the plane hangs in the Smithsonian Institute. This was the first radio-controlled airplane ever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay?
the guys had to, make all their own radio gear. The tubes, the receiver weighed 2.5 pounds. Okay, and it had lead acid batteries, you know, no LiPos in the world back then.
Well, it's 1937.
They had a door here
It was.
that opened up. They got access to the radios for trimming the radio to tune it. And it was driven by, it had a little an equivalent of a 19 motor on it. And there was a escapement mechanism. Now, an escapement is like what runs your clock, you know, the tick-tock, tick-tock. Okay, that's
One for
what they
left, two for
used
right.
because they didn't have continuous proportional control at the time. So you had a signal, and they actually, in the tail section, up at the top, up here, there was actually a piece of wood that was attached to a rubber band, and they would wind the rubber band up to drive the escapement. And when they sent a signal to the receiver from the transmitter, which was 100 watts and weighed 40 pounds and was driven by 120 volt current, the rubber band would drive the escapement, just like the the pendulum, the spring, and the clock. It would drive the escapement, so it just kept going around in one direction. So one click and it went right, and then another click it went back to center, and another click it went to the left. So this plane was in 1937. It won the Radio Control Nationals in 1938, 39, and 40.
It was only one on rudder only.
On rudder only.
But they had no competition, it was only one, right?
Well, it was a growing.
Robert.
It was a growing hobby item.
Trip Dorsal didn't come out until the
People
60s.
getting into radio control in that time.
I know.
But these guys, they made all their own equipment, and so you had Walter and William Good. They were born in the early 1900s. They
Yep.
died in
2000.
the early 2000s.
Walt died in
And,
2000. Bill, I'm thinking now, too.
The gentleman, Walter, he was into electronics, so he did all the radio equipment, and he was actually the developer of what became known as a proximity fuse for ordnance. And but these guys were twins, and back in the day, you had to have an FCC license to run your transmitter. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah, you had to have an FCC license. And at one of the national events, there was actually a guy there from the FCC, and because they were twins, they could fool the guy as to who was flying the plane, because the guy with the transmitter had to have the license. But the guy with the transmitter was the other guy. So, but anyway, I got this fuselage is about 70 inches long, and believe it or not, it fits in my car. The tail section comes off. I'm going to use, much like the original in 1937, they did not use the original wing or build a wing for the plane. They had a wing from another plane. I'm going to use a wing from another plane also. Put on this, I have a 9-foot 3-piece wing for this. So anyway, it's ready to go. I got a 56 Sato 4-stroke on it. And
With that much weight, how did a 19 get it off the ground?
I have
Big wing.
I have no idea.
Big
Crazy,
wing and
if you
lots
look
of
on
wind.
YouTube and you see these guys launching these planes. They didn't, the way they launched them, is they had two guys
Yeah, they pushed
running
it.
alongside the plane, holding the wind tips.
Oh, yeah, I've seen videos of that on YouTube, yeah.
And it was crazy.
Yeah.
But it was, they were running, there was no throttle control on these things. They filled them up with so much fuel. And when they ran out of fuel, that's when they came down. And that's the idea of these wheels sticking out in the front. This is called a propeller protector. So the idea was that you wouldn't break the propeller because it would come down. They would hope it would land fairly smoothly, but not always the case. But so this plane, it's so wide you know, look at the size of this thing. Well, the plane is this big because it had to hold the radio here. And it was too wide, they couldn't hand launch it.
But now that it's all lined with a bigger motor, it's got a sound barrier now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Is that the scale?
Can't wait to see it fly.
This is the plane. I mean, this is.
So it's the scale.
Yeah.
What's it coming with?
Oh, yeah, this is covered with silk. Silk and dope. It's fully paneled with balsa, and then I put silk over it, painted it. Same deal with most of the elevator, horizontal stabilizer is sheeted. There are some silk and dope areas. The vertical stabilizer is sheeted, and it's all silk covered.
How much time you got on
How much what?
Time.
Too much. But,
Good looking plane, Paul. Marcelo, hard, man.
So, it's the RC Guff, by the way, that's the name of it.
G-U-F-F?
G-U-F-F. Like, that was a lot of guff.
The 30s. I remember them quite well.
Well, my diagram is a little model, and that's reference model, that's the Monsoon 209. There's electric plane, and you can see it's very light, and beautifully also. The little details that you need to do is to complete everything about the field. And I use one electric motor that Robert gave me. That's the Cobra 18. And the battery is the 3 cells. To 3,000 or more. But it's very light, and you can move freely, and that's very docile flying this.
Won't they take off the thick grass?
I know. But
What do you
we
say?
need to wait a little bit for that.
Take off in the grass?
Yeah, they can.
Oh, you can't?
No,
You can build that from a kid.
Yeah, this is from the kid. Yeah. I have another one bigger than this one, but next time probably will be
Be a
the
tough choice for me. Winter.
Yeah. Did you ever order that overseas, or?
Bought
Where
new
were you
shit.
able to acquire this? Where did you get it from, yourself?
Well, I bought on eBay because it was, I was looking for this plane a long time ago, but I didn't have the chance until one day, probably that was 2 years ago. I had the opportunity in order to buy the little kit similar like this. Is the medium, and the big one that's meter to 20 centimeters. That's a big one.
Have you flown?
This one not yet, because like you say, I need controls or something like
It
that.
looks like it's a pretty fast plane.
But let's see in the future if I need to repair or not.
You're the master man, so you're probably do. All right. Evening.
Okay, before Randy gets into his program, I want to make a presentation. Earlier last month, I traveled to Casper, Wyoming to see the eclipse.
We need to decide who gets the model of the month.
I was just raise our hand.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah, let's just, all right, well, we have, let's raise hands for, the Guff, the RC Guff, the original RC plane.
Looks like it's a landslide.
Yeah, I think you Guff got it. Congratulations.